Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Welcome back to another Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord video. Now, I just want to go through a couple of mods that I've been trying out and just really wanted to share them with you with my thoughts and opinions, along with some nice background footage to demonstrate that. So the first one I want to bring to your attention is one that allows you to recruit armies in exchange for vast sums of gold. So this one is called Recruit Elite Retinue, and that's exactly what it lets you do. It lets you recruit a band of elite troops depending on which faction type the city is you're recruiting them from, and that varies depending on if you want a bandit army, a sort of regular army, and then an elite army, all with their own costs associated. So for 80 elite men, you're looking at 50,000 denier. Very expensive. Pretty good though, you know, for later on in the game when you're trying to run your own kingdom and you need a load of troops and you need them, you know, really high level. You know, you could go in and recruit yourself a fresh batch for 50 grand. You know, it's only I don't know, 10, 12 days worth of deniers, and that way, you know, it allows you to be right back in the action. So that sort of thing I really like, and I think it does add something to the game without breaking it, because one thing I have noticed is that there's a lot of mercenary bands that once you defeat their army of 30 or 40 men, they're straight back in the game with another army of 30 to 40 men. So it does become a little bit annoying that you have to deal with that, and this sort of, in a way, redresses the balance, because it always allows you to be able to, you know you can go to a city and you can restock, you know, so much as that is. Perhaps, you know, there's some stuff that can be done to limit it further, you know, to make it better in terms of marrying up and being balanced, and that would be, you know, you can only do hire one every 5 days or something like that. I don't know, you know, they need time to replenish. That could be another thing. So that I really like, and I think it adds a lot to the game. The next one I want to go through is the Bannerlord mod. Now, it does pretty much what you would expect, I guess, apart from, you know, the full lava armor with horns and breathing fire. There's none of that, but there are fire arrows, which is very cool, and there's lots of options around all of this, by the way. It's very customizable. You can set it how you want to. You can give it to your enemies. You can decide on the damage. You can decide on the fire tolerance or fire health bar, effectively. You know, for example, how many hits it takes to set someone alight, effectively. And the other good thing you can do, which I've really enjoyed, is setting your sword on fire, like you're something out of Game of Thrones, and running in, and as you cut them down, they burn into and face a fiery death. Very, very nice. I recommend going and checking out these particular mods if you are interested. I would say especially the Elite Retinue one. That one's really good and really worth checking out. Now, all the stuff I shot today is purely for the demonstration of this. I don't think I would use the Bannerlord mod in this is actually my main campaign, but just wanted to use it because I had the nice opportunity to get the really big battle in. Wouldn't use that, but I would definitely consider using the first one, the Recruit Elite Retinue. I think it adds a lot to the game, especially late game. And doesn't really tend to break anything as long as, you know, you don't abuse it, like I say. That's why maybe there should be a bit more work to do with that. So yeah, feel free to check them out. I will be looking at doing more stuff like this in the future, as and when I play around with more mods, especially if we get, you know, some Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones mods. They would be really cool to have a play around with, and or some other factions as well. That would be quite nice. So, you know, I've got the developer console as well, which I haven't played around with yet, but, you know, you can obviously add whatever troops you want, make your own army composition, and really sort of have a good play with it. Use it more like a sandbox. I'll be doing that for, you know, a non-serious save going forward. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, or at least, you know, found something that you weren't aware of before, something to have a play around with. Remember, you know, this is what's great about these sort of games, you know, the modding community and the fact that this stuff can be done and that people have the ability to do it. I mean, I wouldn't say it's something I could never do, but it's definitely not something I have the skills to do at this moment in time. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.